feeling that I had seen, and yes I can. Beautiful. Right hand direction cutter, which would be perfect for boring. Gonna have to shim that up. Let's give it a go. That's a bit of a success, so I'll come back to that tomorrow. Discovered a bit of slack in this machine. You can see the carriage moving there. And it gets a bit of pressure on the inside while I'm doing that, using that boring bar. I'm going to have to adjust that, get that tightened up. I got my ferric chloride. The science assistant did the research and mixed some up for me. They had it, which I figured they would. It's good that they did. So that's my etching solution. There's the ring. This is brass, and what I want to do now, I need to coat this completely in black marker. Completely. Probably a couple of coats if I can. Then I'll use a scriber to try and scratch the inscription in, and then hang it in the solution. This stuff should work in about half an hour to give a decent etching. This is step one. This has to be a permanent marker, just in case you weren't really aware. Come back to you. Yeah, so I've got in a few coats of Sharpie marker onto this ring so that I can do my engraving. That's now completely coated in permanent marker. Inside and outside, because I don't want it to etch anywhere except where I make the writing. Hope that works. Try and tidy some of that up. After doing all of that, the ease at which the stuff is coming off on my fingers, I'm a little bit worried it's going to come off in the acid. And I started to think, I used to teach electronics. I'm pretty sure I had a etching pen, and I just went and looked, found it. It has ink in it. So what I think I'm going to do, this is coming off way too easy. So I think I'm going to go and scratch it all off, even though I just spent the time doing that. And then I'm going to repaint it with this one. I might even see if I can fix this point, because it was dragging in the wrong spots. Go do it. Go give this a try. It's not super Neat. It's not easy to do something this small. I'm going to go and try and see how the etchant works. Fingers crossed. I brought my etchant out into the shed. I've used for this white thing, and I've got this set up so that this will hang the ring all the way into the etchant without touching the bottom. It's in there. I reckon about half an hour should do that. I'm actually going to go and get some warm water to put in around it, and that'll heat it up. It helps it work faster. That's a large area that'll probably go cool really quick, but at least the warmth will help get that process working a little better. Just when you actually mix up the ferric chloride, there's an exothermic reaction and it gets really hot in itself and then cools down over time. It works really well as an etchant when it's warm. It can basically speed up the process a little bit, and we used to use it at school that way. So if you sat something in there without warming it up, it might take an hour to an hour and a half to etch a circuit board. When you warmed it up, it might take 20 minutes. So there's a bit of a benefit to doing it. And because this is etching into a ring, and rather than just taking copper off a PCB, I think that really needs the warmth, and it's not like it'll eat all the way through, providing that resist ink and the Sharpie, because it's a mixture of both that's made it really thick, providing that's enough to protect the rest of the ring shape. In about 40 minutes. Just make sure you rinse it off before handling it. I don't honestly know if it's done anything. It's not affecting the marker, so it's not going to hurt to stay in a bit longer, because it really needs to etch in now that I'm confident the texture isn't going to disappear. I'll come back and check on that in a little bit. Another check on this. I think it's been in here for well over an hour. Before I go scrubbing anything off, I think I'll check it with the with those magnifiers, because it looks like it's actually etched into it. Feels rough around the edges where the marker had come off a little bit on those edges. That's alright. That gives me a good indication that it probably has etched. I'm gonna check it. It's definitely etched. Let's clean this off. Got some of the scratches from some of the earlier attempts, because they were under the marker. They should come off with a buff, and this on the buffing wheel, this is actually etched in really deep. So that should be perfect. On the buffing wheel, give that a light buff. I'm going to give it a clean to give it a rinse, get the crap out of it. The edges are a bit rough from the etchant, so that part I could actually give a little bit of a sand on some emery paper, I think.
Oh, my semi-precious. 1 ring to 4